1, 2, 3, 4.
What are you counting?
5. Well, I've got to get to 1,000.
It's 1,000 suns!
And friends. Many friends.
Who's their friends?
Well,
I don't want to be friends with Chaos Fate Weaver.
Well, the goats and the Mutalith Vortex Beast, I don't know whether they're like sentient, whether they've got feelings and personalities, but I'm imagining they're like... The thing is, it's not about the 1,000 suns, it's about the friends you made along the way.
And this is Chaos Fate Weaver. I reckon if you try and get around on that guy, like he changes the number when it's his tab. Like you buy him a round, it's like 20 quid. But then when it's his round, it's a change of ways, 3 quid. I
wonder what the drink of choice would be for a giant mystical bird.
I reckon like an IPA.
An IPA? Oh.
Like a Dutty Ale.
A Dutty Ale. It's a strange start. It's a strange start. But it's another Army Cost video. We are back again, and it's the last of the 4 flavours of Chaos.
The year of Chaos has come to an end, and it's June.
Well, we've got
time of recording.
Well, we've got Chaos Knights still to come, and then it will be the end. Then that's it.
Yeah, but they're in June as well.
Oh yeah, they're in June as well. Goodness me. Yes, it is the end. The year of Chaos has ended at month 6. Nailed it. Because months and...
It was for iOS, if you believe Reddit. No one believes Reddit.
I don't care about that. Could not give a monkeys. But yeah, 2,000 points, 1,000 suns. This was harder than I thought.
If you don't have 1,000 minis, you did it wrong.
I mean, there's a lot of minis.
Don't add them up, you'll be here forever.
It's not 1,000, but it is a lot.
These points are accurate at MUNITORUM Field Manual 2.5.
Yeah, the most recent update. And we've already seen some quite wild changes, which is great.
Yes, and as we always say, these are Games Workshop RRP, so it's like the worst case cost.
Yes.
If you can go and buy any of the FOMO boxes, do it. I don't want to see you in the comments in like 2 years, like I can get the Warplane Thrallband for 20 quid. Do that instead.
Magnus isn't this many points.
Don't listen to him.
Yeah, don't listen to me. If you're coming back to watch this and they've got like a new thing, then I'm sorry.
Evergreen.
Yes, this is evergreen.
Hopefully the cost is the same because hopefully that doesn't go up again.
Yeah, I hope not. But yeah, we don't have any control over that. However, we will start, because otherwise we'll just ramble on about prices and other stuff that we don't have any control over.
No, that's for the end when it goes to Australia.
Oh, that's very true. Sorry, Australia. We are going to begin with a combat patrol.
Shock.
As is customary. Within the combat patrol...
this is World Eaters, but slightly different, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Yeah. Yeah. Imagine World Eaters, but from Egypt. So it starts off with the Demon Prince, Prince of Demons. The Demon Prince will set you back 180 points.
Just out of curiosity, is that any different to any of the other point ones? So is that different to the World Eaters points?
That is a very good question that I didn't prep for. I'll be honest. Next up is the mainstay of the 1,000 Suns in 10 Rubric Marines. So this will set you back 190 points. You can split them to individual groups of 5, which will take you to 100 points each. So it's cheaper, give or take by 5 points, if you do it in, by 10 points if you do it in groups of 10. I would suggest doing groups of 5.
Why?
We'll get to the end. So the way that 1,000 Suns work is obviously you max out on all of your psychic with the more amount of sorcerers you have.
Oh, so if you take units 5, you get 2 sorcerers.
Yeah, exactly right. Nailed it. There's a lot of that in this, which is very fun indeed. Next up is a Zangor Shaman. Very strange for 1,000 Suns.
Has he got any ghosts to lead though?
He does. I will get onto that shortly. The Zangor Shaman is only 55 points. The Zangors are very bad as far as points per pound ratio, but we'll cover that a little bit later. The Zangor Shaman as a unit itself is kind of duty. It's not phenomenal. It's more about what comes next. But the Zangor Shaman, needless to say, I think is a very cool mini. So yeah, paint it. Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's just a goat on a Beyblade.
Oh, I love Blade Guard. Next up, to finish the combat patrol, is 3 Zangor Enlightened. So these come at 50 points.
Per one or for 3?
For 3, which is very low.
If you were buying these on your own, that's nearly a point per pound.
Yeah, it really is. I would suggest to have them with the great bows. The great bows are infinitely better in my opinion, and they look cooler. There's just something about bows and arrows. I don't know what it is. Having bows and arrows in 40k is absurd to me, and I love it. Yes, please. Fantasy elements.
How'd you go from I really like a railgun to I want a bow and arrow?
You know what I think?
Your mind. I don't know how you exist. How do you reconcile these thoughts?
It is a daily struggle. I'll be honest, I'm just trying my best. So, with the Demon Prince, 10 rubrics, Zangor Shaman, and the 3 Zangor Enlightened, that will set you back 100 English GBP. And, which I find very strange, again, is we are 470 points for a combat patrol.
They're getting better now?
I'm worried they might be. I'm worried. Nah, probably not. So, next up, we have, and
Peacock Man.
I'll go through this collectively. We have an Exalted Sorcerer at 80 points. We have an Exalted Sorcerer on disc for 100 points. And we have a Sorcerer for 75 points. Do you know what kit this is? It's the Exalted Sorcerer's kit! It's the best kit in 40k.
You bought 3 of these.
Yeah, they are phenomenal. Mainly because you have a 3-man character, not even unit, they're not a unit, they can be placed, you can make 3 different characters and add them to whichever units you want, or run and gun if you want, I don't care. But yeah, so having 1 of each type takes you up to about 250 points, which is crazy.
How much is the box then?
40. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And of course, as is the case with 10th edition and most of Warhammer anyway, they've all got different abilities, they give you different buffs, whatever. And
yeah, but the one on disc is really slow now.
Yeah, it's slow. Strange. Went from 10 inches and now it's like 8. I don't know what it was. I can't remember.
It's an inch faster than Blightlord Terminators.
Yeah. It's a wizard on a disc. Who would have thought? But yeah, unbelievable value. I would argue to buy multiple so you can spice up your leaders in your rubrics or whatever.
You don't need to buy 3 boxes of them.
It would. I will, but you don't need to. You only need to buy 1 in this case, which is great. So currently we're up to 140 pounds and what, 750 points? Great time. Having a great time.
There's no Chicken Man yet. Where's
Magnus the Red is next. Big Daddy Magnus.
What it was written?
Oh, yeah, the Liasan El Gaib, he is here in a big red way. 420 points for Magnus the Red.
That's disgusting.
Thick Daddy.
He's and with Mortarin at 380 or whatever it is.
I think Magnus is ever so slightly better. Less resilient, sure, but he can do a lot more with his psychic phase. And I think that's where the points are coming into play.
Maybe.
We'll see. But yeah, Magnus Red, 420 points, or 100, not or, and, keep checking myself for that.
The points will do fine.
The points will do fine. And, already messed it up, £102.50p. So the Primarch tax is very much
Why is there I don't get the £2.50.
£2.50.
Just make a cool 100. That's like, way better for your pocket money.
But, yeah, £2.50. That's probably why. Who knows?
So you can't get a double cheeseburger on my own.
True enough. True enough. Next up is more Rubric Marines.
How many? I've got another 20?
I've gone with an extra 2 boxes, and I'll explain why shortly. So two lots of Rubric Marines will set you back 380 points or £80, which is great. It's £40 a box.
So this leaves us with 30 rubrics total.
30 rubrics total, and in the points variants that I'm going with, so 190 is obviously for 10, and then 100 for 5. So in my eyes, I would view this, because they're battle line, of course, as 6 units of 5. So that's 6 sorcerers to run around in addition to all of your other characters that are added onto here. So currently, I think it's about 900 points of characters, which is dumb from face value, but considering firstly what they can do, secondly how cheap they are, and thirdly how cool they are, whatever.
All really is dust.
It really is dust, for sure, including your bank. Next up, I've got a Mutalith Vortex Beast.
Who is buying this kit?
To be honest, I think it looks cool. The only problem...
you're one of like 3 people though.
Yeah, maybe. The issue I have with the Mutalith Vortex Beast is similar to some other monopose, like monsters and stuff within 40k, is that because they're so monopose, if you take more than one, they are exactly the same. Sure, you can try and separate them with a different paint job, but they look exactly the same, which is, I don't know, is an issue for me, but whatever.
I don't know, the Music Vortex Beast has enough going on that it's completely mental.
Yeah, I think so. It's just a very interesting...
I mean, every time I look at that mini, my brain can't reconcile what it is. It's
confusing.
just a mass of colours and hopes and dreams.
Yeah, just like matter, you know? Just like a big psychic goo, which is something different.
A vortex.
Oh, imagine. Imagine. But yeah, the Mutalith Vortex Beast will set you back 160 points and £57. which is kind of pricey for what it is, but if you're worried about price per point,
don't play Thousand Suns.
Don't listen for my second, or in a minute. It would be criminal of me not to include Scarab Occult Terminators, so I have included 5. They're very good now, Scarab Occult Terminators. To be honest, I'd even argue that Terminators across the board are very good.
Well, this has been the addition of Terminators.
Yeah, and rightly so. I think people are looking at the lack of character-led dreadnoughts and going, oh, well, I guess I'll just take more Terminators.
Yes.
So, wicked. The Scarab Occult Terminators, where I think they're not quite as dynamic enough as they should be. If you played Space Marine 2, you obviously agree with me. But 5 Scarab Occult Terminators will set you back 180 points and £40.
I mean, at least you've got your own Terminators.
Exactly. So you've got 5 in there as well. You could argue maybe for more or whatever, but truthfully, with what Thousand Suns
I reckon bin off the rubrics and take 20 of these.
20 Terminators?
Yeah.
Crazy work. How would you split them? 2 units of 10?
2 units of 10, thick city all the way.
That's crazy work. Next up, this is a controversial one, but I think it's very good and also very fun.
Is it the Corn Lord of Skulls?
No, it's really not. It's... Up until this point, you're saving quite a lot of money on the kits you're buying. And then
Just spit it out, Kieran. What stupid thing have you done?
I would like 2 more boxes of Zangor Enlightened, please. Zangor Enlightened are very good now, and having 3 individual units of the ones with bows, or if you wanted to go the alternate option, you can.
Right, I'm just going to stop you right there. Rewind to 4 or 5 minutes ago in this video, where you said their point to pound was awful. And now you're saying that people should buy them with their own free cash. Outside of a combat patrol. Also, hang on. Why haven't you just bought 2 combat patrols? Because you'd have got 10 more rubrics and the Enlightened and another shaman.
Because I don't want another shaman, because I don't think they're good enough. And I also don't want another demon prince.
Cool guys, run 3.
3 demon princes.
Yeah.
Only the Emperor's Children lot are doing that, and it's because they love things in excess. I have bought 2 extra boxes of Zangor Enlightened. So... For 2 units, i.e. 6 goats, it's only 100 points. And it will set you back £74.
It's nearly a point per pound! This might be the closest we've got.
It's very bad.
This is Imperial Guard level of tomfoolery.
However, you're saving so much money through the rest of the army, and I think
that's not how maths works. I've saved all this money on my monthly bills. Let's spend £90 on Sky.
How do you buy Warhammer again? So within this, we've got a Demon Prince, 30 Rubric Marines, split down into groups of 5 if you want to, a Zangor Shaman, no, not 6, 9 Zangor Enlightened, an Exalted Sorcerer on disc, a Sorcerer, Magnus the Red, a Mutalith Vortex Beast, and 5 Scarab Occult Terminators. If you were to have the Rubric Marines down to units of 5, and the Zangor Enlightened with the ones with bows, that takes you to 2,000 points on the nose.
Where's the anti-tank?
What do you mean?
Where's the tank? Where's the thing to actually kill the things?
Magnus Red, Mutalith Vortex Beast, and with all of the characters, you can give them, I don't know, lethal hits, sustained hits, whatever. And not to mention, with all of the psychic that you can do, from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... I think it's 10, 11, 12, 13. It's about 15 different magic attacks or angles for magic attacks if you wanted to.
Yeah, we can only do them 4 in a turn.
You can, but maxing out. I think it's got legs.
I'd be interested to play it, just to cut through all the goats and watch your opponent cry because they know how expensive they are.
Sure.
So this is 2,000 points on the nose.
2,000 points on the nose.
If you run them as units of 5 for all the rubrics there.
If you run them as units of 5. If you didn't, it would take you to 1917 and you've got points for an upgrade.
You can have another Zangor Enlightened, apparently.
We're close. Yeah, close. Close. But what's nice about the Zangor Enlightened is that they come as different data sheets. So you can max... If you want... We were talking about it before and Kieran was like, write a goat list. I'm not doing that because I don't hate myself, but you can, which is absolutely potty.
Now we've absolutely got to do how much does a Zangor army cost you?
Yeah, that's a meme episode. We'll do that later. But yeah, so
I'm really surprised you haven't put Predators or a Forge Fiend in here.
So I wanted to, but with the amount of points that you'd be spending on a Forge Fiend, again, it's the issue with the Demon Prince in the Combat Patrol box.
we had this with the World Eaters. The Demon Prince No Combat Patrol does kind of skew it. It's such a sink.
It is slightly, and I hear you in the chat being like, you spent 1,000 points nearly on characters. This is your fault. Sure, you're probably right. But at the same time, we've also gone full Thousand Sun agnostic. So we haven't got beige Predators or beige Rhinos or beige Land Raiders. Everything has a Thousand Suns flavour.
I'd be interested to hear from the Dusty Dudes in the comment what the...
You know what? You had me at Dusty Dudes. That sounds great.
What they think of that.
So, adding a codex and data cards, how much do you reckon it comes to GBP?
£610.75.
551. Oh, baby. But yeah, in the American USD, $897, which again I thought was okay. If you live in Disneyland Paris, 711 euros. Again, I thought that was
round
fine.
numbers.
Oh yeah, they are. Sorry about that. I will ruin that now. Australia, we love you. GW doesn't. $1,377 dues and 50 cents.
I mean, it's fine.
There's about 50. I think there's about 50 minis in this list, or just shy of maybe.
It's a weird one. This is because I think the army you've come up with maybe is questionable, but it's totally middle of the road for like amount of units you get for 2,000 that you've got for 2,000 points. Cost is middle of the road. It's way better than that World Eaters one you came up with.
I'll be honest.
Four units, wasn't it?
I will be honest. I look at the World Eaters list of units and I just go, but that's ass. I don't want anything to do with that. I think it's very hard to write a really, really compelling World Eaters list that isn't just Berserkers, 8-bound, and then that's it. Like with Thousand Suns,
it's maxing out Berserkers 8-bound and then just filling Forge Fiends.
Yeah, and I think we're finding this with the Tale of Two Heretics series at the moment. Like, I'm trying to be a bit more creative with units used, but maybe from like a creative standpoint, as in with kit bashers and stuff. But ultimately, the majority of the units within the book are good. I think they're just suffering from an older looking range. That's the downside. So for example, Terminators I think are a bit too small. Rubrics are a bit too static in my opinion. I don't really like it that much.
It's the whole point.
They're
devoid of personality because they're full of dust.
I don't like it.
Get a different army concept.
I have, and I've done it. But yeah, so Thousand Suns in the books. It's a very interesting one, and similar to what Kieran said before, I'd love to hear what people say in the comments, i.e. you Dusty Dudes. Let us know.
You really like the Dusty Dudes?
I really do like that. Yeah, I'm a big fan. But yeah, let us know down below. It'd be great to talk about that down there. But also, yeah, I honestly, I can't wait to play them. I'm really excited to have a run out with 1,000 Suns.
Yeah, excited to just blow you over the Dyson.
Well, yeah. Well, I might end up doing it with myself with Perils of the Warp, but
channeling, bang!
Oh no, it's gone.
Cloud of dust, literally.
All of it. But yeah, thank you to all of the people on the left-hand side of the screen.
Dusty Dudes!
Our own Dusty Dudes, the Cult of Kieran themselves. Yeah, you make the world go round. Big fan. Thank you so much for all of your continued love and support. If you would like to buy some Dusty Dudes of your own, not people that we are referring to, we obviously mean Thousand Suns, click the links down below. You can't buy people because that's illegal. So yeah, go buy some.
Do all the other cool YouTube shilling things like liking and subscribing.
Yeah. Beninging.
Subscribing, that's a new word.
Subscribing, dreadful. But yeah, no, your support means the world. Currently, we are at 19,900 subscribers. So we're hoping by the time this video comes out, we're across the 20 mark and you'd be like, woo, 25 and 25.
Yeah, and then they'll watch this and then 100 people, all the 100,000 Suns fans will let them out.
Yeah, that's true. Or it's the people that have realised that we've started to shill, finally, and they've gone, no. No. Out we go.
The funny thing is, they're the people like that, for example, in our Discord saying, you should promote yourselves more. Yeah. And then when you do, they're like, no, I'm out.
They're just in the Discord like, oh, wow, losers, you're losing subs. They're obviously not doing that. Or they might be behind closed doors, we don't see it. But yeah, thank you so much
for
stopping by.
What's next on this list?
Space Wars. Which is like the nemesis of Thousand Suns.
I've got that one.
You do have that one. You'll have a great time. And then it's only Chaos Knights. And then we'll get to whatever else is on the list. I'm imagining it might be Space Marines.
Yeah, I mean, full disclosure, at the time of recording, we've just seen the Sunday preview for Chaos Knights next week, so...
Indeed.
That'll be a fun one.
Won't be long until we get that one and under the door, which is great. But yeah, peace and love. Thank you, bye.
Bye-bye.